YouTube. Today Konami revealed a new Noble Knight to us. This one is Noble Knight Medrout. He's a 1700 by 1000 light level 4 warrior. He is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field, but once you equip him with a Noble Arms equip spell card, the card becomes an effect monster. He becomes Dark type. He becomes level 5. And if you control no monsters once per turn, you can special summon any other Noble Knight monster from your deck and face up defense. If you do that, you must destroy an equip spell card you control. Now that might as well do nothing because all of the Noble Arms equip cards share the same line of text. If this card would be destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one face-up warrior type Noble Knight monster you control and equip this card to that target. So long as your equip spell is able to hit the graveyard, it will bounce right back to possibly straight back to Medrout if you want to make a rank 5 play with the Ignoble Knight that you could special summon off of his effect. To then allow access to various rank 5s in the extra deck, or you could bounce it back to any other Noble Knight on the field, possibly if, say, it was the Outfielder. This particular equip spell makes your monster lose 500 attack, but you get to destroy a set spell or trap on the field. I believe it is spell or trap. No, one set card, so it could even be a set monster. One thing to note about Arfuder, though, it does say destroy that target. If it is a back row card and they chain it, it will not be destroyed. But you could bounce it back, use it multiple times to get multiple back row pops before making exceed plays, which is actually really freaking cool because then the attack lowering it really does nothing if the monster's turning into exceed material regardless. But anyways, Medrout is that card that is slowly pulling this archetype together and finally makes it something playable. Beforehand, you saw Gwaine being teched in something like Heroes every now and then because of Alias. On occasion, you would see Atorigus and some sort of Chaos Blade Armor Ninja Rabbit build rather than the Evulsors. But finally, the archetypes come together, and I think it's going to be something potentially quite competitive. This build here is just simply beta, something that I pulled together to make this video and discuss the archetype. But Medrout, of course, you would be playing 3 copies of. Currently, I'm playing 3 copies of Artorigus. There's no reason not to play him. He is a Noble Knight, which allows you to continually reuse those equipped cards as well as possible. But he's light, he's level 4, he's warrior. You can't really beat it. This gives you 6 cards to special summon your Gwaines off of to make various exceed plays. The previously worthless Noble Knight, the Ignoble Knight of Black Lundsalon, is now abusable for a rank 5 toolbox thanks to Medrout. He can special summon himself from the graveyard or the hand by sending a face-up light normal monster you control to the graveyard. You can then tribute another Noble Knight monster to add a Noble Arms card from your deck to your hand. But you can only use that once per turn, and you can only control one Ignoble Knight of Black Lundsalon. Not that any of that really matters. You pretty much aren't going to be using his effect to tutor anything. You're going to be instantly going into a rank 5 toolbox. Is what I see the deck doing, but the effect's there nonetheless in case you need it. Lots of lights, lots of level 4s. Thunder King seems staple to me, as well as Honest, Veilers, and Gores. The deck seems to kind of play out similar to a sort of an old school hero kind of stun thing, but rather than playing Miracle Fusions or Gemini and Sparks or things like that, we play the Noble Arms. We start off with our dualities in Rhoda, and then we play the 5 Noble Arms, in my opinion, starting off with 2 copies of Gallatin. Boost any warrior by 1,000 attack. Every standby phase, that monster loses 200 attack. And then, of course, it has the bounce clause for the Noble Knights. I've already discussed Arfuder being a minus 500 plus destroy set card on the field, as well as, of course, having the bounce clause. In the new one, which is actually the first promo spell, I would have expected to see Medrout be the promo for Cosmo Blazer, but instead we went promo, 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 promo. Why they did this, I don't know. Caliburn, I feel, is really the most useless, but it is just a 500 attack boost, and you get to gain 900 life points per turn. It could be decent in time, but regardless, it just allows you to have a bigger beat stick and constantly gain your life to prolong the game. You can't really beat it, but I really don't see any reason to play more than one of it. We are playing one copy of Hidden Armory to search them. Allows us to not have to rely on the Ignoble Knight to search for ones that we otherwise may not have. Lances are in place of MSTs in the main board thanks to Arfuder's effect. These allow us to beat over things or survive torrentials and bottomless mirror forces, things like that. Staple stuff: Heavy, Reborn, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn. Pretty much a standard trap lineup. If you've seen any of my other videos recently, you pretty much recognize this side deck for the most part. Extra Veilers, Max C. This particular deck, I chose to side 2 copies of Doomcal as extra effect negation. This deck is nothing but summoning a bunch of level 4 beat sticks. Doom Caliber fits that knight. Doom Caliber Knight fits that really well, and can put a lot of pressure on the board, especially if you open with it. Cyber Dragon is at the moment not there for Chimera Tech tagging. I haven't been able to find room for said Chimera Tech, but is more there to help augment that rank 5 toolbox whenever you're in a position, presumably against something like Heroes or possibly the upcoming Fire Fest, where they have these, you know, 1800, 1900, 2000, 2100, depending on the boost between the fire formation cards on the field, where you want that extra beat stick so you can attempt to push over things. Cyber Dragon's great there, and it also helps with being light and in that rank 5 toolbox. Banishers protect that you win the Mermail matchup. As long as you can keep it on the field, just, leave your noble arms off of the field. System Down, Typhoon, Soul Taker, MVP side deck card of the game. And finally goes in matches because we can revolve around light ridiculously easy. The extra, as I see it now, we have Utopia, Korn, Cowboy, Palladius. We get this guy in March, so not too far away, so I went ahead and included him. Blade Armor, Excalibur, Gandiva. This guy's really cool for shutting down any level 4 or lower specials. So whether it's wind-ups or Rabbit or anything like that, if you go into Gandiva first, they have no plays they can make, typically speaking. Emerald, whenever he's going to become legal. Shockmaster, we have a lot of specials with like Gwaine, so it's potentially easy to make that 3x4. For a rank 5 toolbox, we have Volcasaurus. This also comes in the same 10 in March as Palladius. So we'll have easy access to the Ring of Destruction there that only targets your opponent. How broken as hell is that? Tyrus I thought was better than Adrius. We can blow up plenty of things as is. If we don't need to blow something up, we can run it over. And then, of course, the Crimson Shadow Armor Ninja is always a great option for rank 5 toolboxing due to its protection effect. We have Stardust Dragon for the Starlight Road, and then there are 2 empty spaces currently. We do have a confirmed new Exceed monster for the archetype. It is Argatoris. I believe the Noble Knight King, Artorigus. That name is really hard to pronounce. We don't know what it does, we don't know what its stats are, etc., but I presume it's going to be extremely worthwhile for the deck, thus I have left the room in the extra deck for it. Let me know what you guys think, any ideas you guys have on the deck, or potential techs or things, and comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.